This channel and the content on it was created for adults only, 18 plus. We don't promote or condone any illegal activity or the use of any illegal substance. This was created for informational and educational purpose only.
Smoking in the morning, smoking in the evening, smoking when I want to, smoking at the beach. Now I'm from California, we grow it every season. Our plants we need to feed them, we grow it for a reason, because we love our homegrown. We grow our vibe, we're in our garden, tending to our crop. We love our homegrown. We love our vibe. We're in our garden, smoking all the grass. Oh, burn another zone. Get so high that we have to grow more. Boom, burn another zone.
Get some stash blend. Feed my kids.
There we go.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, wow.
Be fucking nice.
Hi, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Oh my
How is-
goodness. Oh, where'd Ganix go? Oh, there he is. Oh, wanted to make her dramatic entrance, I see.
I'm going to be in chat before long.
Oh, no.
Ganix is having some technical difficulties today.
I may end
yep.
up just watching this one. We'll see though.
Just hang tight, You never know. You never know. Beautiful Bunny, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How is Mama?
Oh, Mama's good. Mama's good. We were a bit smoky today, a little smoke in the air today, so that's okay. Yeah, it's nothing close by, so we're okay. We're okay.
That's good.
That's good.
The water's
Smoky's
gone down.
not
Yeah.
good, but I mean, it's better than.
No. Papa's doing great. Thanks for asking.
How you doing,
Shout out to
Papa?
Papa.
We love you too, buddy.
Running everything behind the. Okay. And shout out to the Mod Squad, you guys. Shout out to Alicia, Shane, and J Rats for always being so attentive in the chat, even though Papa can be a jerk sometimes. Poor Alicia. I felt so bad.
Nope.
Everybody okay?
All good.
I'm
Okay, good.
This is
I was
crazy
just doing
right
here. I
now.
thought it was going down.
There
I'm
we
like,
go.
oh shit, Mama's gonna be left alone here in a second.
No.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ganix.
So what a week it's been. We have an exciting show tonight too, and we have an exciting show next Wednesday.
Yes.
But before we get into that, just a reminder that we are on Spotify under HGTC Podcast. You could also find us over on Instagram under Home Grow the Community Official, Sea Bunny Grow, Mama Kush 420, Mr. Ganix with a K, and Papa _Kush _420.
And then if you want to help support the channel, we
You
have
can-
the merch store
Yes.
as well.
Yes, which is at hgtc.creator-spring.com.
That's right. And anything that is purchased on off of there goes directly back into the channel to help keep us running.
That's right.
And then we also have the slaps. Now Slap Master G, he's dipped out. He's like too much.
Too many women today.
Yeah. So, but if anybody would like slaps, please reach out to Mr. Ganex. He will be able to assist you with getting that. And he's in the chat tonight. Oh, poor Ganex. Yeah,
He's having technical.
The girls scared him. He just couldn't handle it. 2 is enough. 3, no.
He's dipped.
All right. Well, with that being said, shall we bring our guest on? Is she ready?
Yes, let's do it. So today we have Flower Foxx. Happy Wednesday.
Welcome.
How are you?
We
How
are
are you
good.
Can I get you to turn your camera sideways so we can see all the glory? I know it's different and it's totally
Oh,
new
I see now.
coming over here.
Yeah, you have to have portrait mode on.
Ganex.
Okay,
No.
wait.
Okay, just put it back. That's fine. Just put
It's
it back.
okay.
Well, I don't, but I'm trying to see, like, last time, if I was able to.
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go.
You got it.
There we go. Yeah, no, if I have to change the setting in my phone, actually. I realized after the fact.
Yeah.
Better.
Well, welcome.
Hi. I finally figured it out. First, I couldn't hear you, so I was a little lost. There was
We're
like,
all
there was
having
absolutely
technical.
no sound. I was like, this is great. This is definitely not. But
So
yeah,
why
I was
don't
late
tell-
night with the little, so I like just ran in. But everything's well.
I know you've got
Something
such a
to tell
busy
me.
household. I know you're so busy. You're such a busy girl. So anybody that new that is not aware of you, please introduce yourself and let everybody know how they can get a hold of you once the interview is over, so they can get you following.
All right, so my name is Nicole, but I go by Flower Foxx, and I spell it with a 3 instead of an E and a double X, and I'm on Instagram. I've tried to jump over to Twitter, but that's a whole new ball game for me. I like it over on Instagram. This is unfortunately my 3rd round at Instagram. I've been around for 5 years, and I had to change my name a few times. Yeah.
Oh wow!
It's always fun.
For locking me out of my accounts, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
It's IG for
I'm
you.
still here and I'm still posting. A lot of people know my other half, Shark Mouse Farms,
Yes.
and we started growing together, and now we kind of do our own thing, but we're in the same space. And right now we're growing exactly the same cuts. So it's
Nice.
fun.
So how long have you been growing for?
So I've been growing for 5 years. 5 years this fall.
Nice.
I always wanted to grow. I kind of watched my husband for a while. To be honest, I was too afraid to touch his plants or do anything. And then I kind of found like Zen in it. And I kind of like completely switched everything. And I found it's been so peaceful to me. I actually started growing though. My brother at the time was battling brain cancer. And I was hoping that if I grew and I made RSO oil, I could somehow help him through his battle. So to me, it was more of growing to help and like healing, and it actually helped me.
Yeah.
It's been my calm in the chaos. Like I'm a mom of 5, and my life is extremely busy, but when I'm in my garden, it's peaceful and it's quiet, and I can kind of tune out everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
So fair to say it's your zen.
Yes.
For
I
sure.
think we all feel that because
Oh,
no
yes.
matter where we are in our lives, like we've got three different women here with three different lifestyles. Two of you are a little closer than the other one.
Yeah, we actually got to meet. That was really fun.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun. That was great.
It was.
I'm so glad that I was able to come down. It was such a great
Me
experience.
too. It was.
and the marching band. Come on.
Oh,
The
God.
marching band.
That was the best.
Oh, that was amazing. I got lots of videos of that.
Yeah.
So if anybody is new and is not aware that Miss Sea Bunny, Mr. Ganex, and Flower Fox, they met in Toronto at the Grow Up Festival. Or I keep calling it festival. Oh, Grow Up Conference. I don't know why I call it a festival. I really don't.
Because it feels like it. There was marching band, there was roller skating girls.
I was at a festival this weekend working, and I called it a conference all weekend. So I understand that.
You were at Boots and Hearts, right?
Yes, I worked Boots and Hearts this weekend.
That is so awesome. I am jealous.
I was
nice.
nowhere
Tell us
near the
about that.
music or anything that was going on. I was in a little box
Oh.
office in like the middle of nowhere, but
Oh, still.
I could faintly hear it in the distance a little bit.
That's
But you
awesome.
can say you were there. You can say you were there.
Yes, I was. I can say I was there for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Oh, nice. Nice. So you have a large family of young children. How do you relate the gardening and balance the gardening with the family? Are you introducing the kids into the garden to help you?
No.
Are you keeping it quiet?
So we have, like, I've told all my kids know what cannabis is. They know that it's medicine to me. I also have an outdoor garden. I have tomatoes, I have cucumbers, carrots, potatoes, lots of other things. So I do, like, my kids are very into gardening in that aspect, in the vegetable garden and whatnot. And I love getting them out there. I love getting my little ones, like, them getting their hands dirty. They're learning at such a young age. I'm obsessed with roots, and it's hilarious because they've become obsessed too, and they're always like saying things. But
I love it.
yeah, so like my outdoor garden is good. Like, it's during the day, like I can get the kids out there. As for indoor gardening, I was struggling a bit, and I actually was taking a step back because my timing just wasn't working. I was trying to stay up at night and get everything done, but after I got the kids to bed, I was absolutely
You're
done.
worn out.
And I was just, every night I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get this done. And I never did. And so I kind of switched it around now. And I've been a morning person for quite some time. So I get up early in the morning before anyone's awake. And it's my time. And I find I have more energy then. I don't have to worry about it at night. I can go to bed.
Yeah.
And wake up and get it all done. So it is about balance. Like, I am trying to find that time. But I think now my schedule's working out perfectly. And I honestly love starting the day in my garden. I start inside and then I go outside. Like, I'm so afraid of bringing bugs in again. I've already done that. We're not doing that again. So I'm very neurotic about my schedule. But it's good because then I spend the whole day outside. Like, my lights are right now 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. So I'll spend outside all day with the kids, and I don't have to worry. And then before I come downstairs, I shower. You can see my hair's kind of still wet. Before I come down here, so I'm not bringing anything inside.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
That is really a big concern about having an outdoor and an indoor garden, is bringing, a little aphid on your sock when you come in through,
it's the tiniest little thing. And you can be like, I've always been so careful. And even before the spring garden, I brought thrips in here and had to toss everything outside. So
yeah, that's not fun.
And I was like, I wasn't even gardening outside yet. So it was very upsetting. But especially now with me being outside in the garden all day long.
They can get on your shoes,
worrisome, especially with my husband's spaces too. Like, the last thing I want to do is
Yeah.
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 I think you can hear me.
It's just us girls. We kicked Ganix out of here. Like, get out of here. It's just us girls tonight.
That's right.
Grab your glass of wine. Let's have it.
Oh, I have coffee.
Coffee works.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
what would you say has been your favorite strain to grow so far?
So my favorite strain. Honestly, it's one of my most recent ones. Hero 91 from Green Lab Genetics.
Mhm.
I ran it starting last fall, winter, and it was just right off the hop. I don't know. I stupidly didn't take enough cuts, and I've bettered myself since then, and I've now taken proper cuts of absolutely everything, and I don't make that mistake again.
Always take more than you need. Always take more than you need, and then you could pick the best and compost the rest.
I have to
right
start
now I've got
cloning.
about 5 cups full of cuts. I started with 2 cups. I was like, I'll just take 2 cups. And then I was like, I grabbed another 2, and I was like, okay, well, while we're at it.
Yeah.
I'll just fill them all. But yeah, no, I don't know. It was just, it was so good. It was so, I don't know. I didn't have enough. I'm very upset. But I really love what Green Lab Genetics, a lot of what he's doing right now. Right now I'm running Rocket Candy and Blizzard and Biscotti. And I'm only 27 days in, and it smells unbelievable. I'm pretty excited.
Awesome.
It should be a good finish, I'm hoping.
Nice.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know what you grow, but would you say you're an organic or a synthetic grower? What is your preferred style? Yeah.
You're synthetic? Mm-hmm.
I've never been an organic grower.
Is there a reason, or is it just?
I think I've just stuck to what I know. Like I started growing with Green Planet 5 years ago, and then I went a few other routes, and I kept finding myself doing that. And I don't know, everything else I tried, I just wasn't happy with. I just wasn't finding the same results that I was finding.
Green Planet for the win.
Right?
Back to Green Planet. And now I'm very like, I compare all my grows. I look back at exactly like what it looked like, what I was doing on exactly what day.
Yeah.
And I'm finding such a difference now with this 40 line, honestly. I'm finding myself so much like further ahead.
Oh,
just
nice. Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So just so you know, Papa Kush runs the behind the scenes so our hands can be free. And Mr. Ganix is having a little camera trouble today. So he's put up this picture of Mr. Ganix. So if you see like a random inappropriate meme or something like that, that's Papa Kush. Our hands are... He is in slapping distance, though. He is in slapping distance. I can just walk over there. So what is your favorite part about gardening? Is it being in with the plants? Is it training? I know you said roots.
My favorite part,
Mm-hmm.
I love defoliating and taking cuts.
Oh yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't hear that very often, defoliating being a favorite.
I was actually gone, like I was gone for 5 days, and like I hadn't seen my plants. When I got home, I didn't get to see my outdoor, but the next morning, Shark was like, gave me the space, he's like, take cuts to defoliate, and I was like, it was literally all I wanted. It was just peaceful. I don't know. I've always found peace in defoliating. The problem is like I'll defoliate too much. So like I'm OCD, so I need to like calm myself. So it's nice.
Yes.
There was a space that I can defoliate because I really need to leave my space alone right now.
I know, it's the best you could like sit on your
Because I'll
hands.
just keep going. I'm like, that one can go too. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a very bad OCD thing. I don't recognize it's not what I should be doing.
now running a garden side by side with your partner, how is that? Like, I know you said you were going together in the beginning, and now you kind of do your own thing. Do you guys ever cross any boundaries or any arguments happen?
Competition.
So we try to like time things differently. Like we try to be in flower at different times. We did not plan accordingly this round, and we're gonna hit harvest right at the same time. And already I'm like, I need this space. Like I'm already anxious about that, to be honest. But no, like we've been pretty good about it. Like we have our own, like there's enough room down here for us both to be here. We try to run our our tents at different hours, so we're down here at different times.
That's good. Yeah. So you each get your personal Zen time, but you have this commonality that you can sit down on the couch afterwards and go, oh my goodness, this leaf did, and just talk plant nonsense, and he would understand exactly what you're talking about.
No, it works well. And I like to and then when my lights are off, I'll go look in his room and like I'll spend my time and check out his plants. I mean, I'm constantly like asking questions over and over again.
So you learn a lot from him.
Yes, but I'm also like very stubborn, and I want it to be my space. I'm like, I don't want him coming into my space and doing things.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's fine. This is your personal moment with your plants, your quiet time,
I really I don't know. It's just like, I can come down here. It's like, no matter like what's going on, I can shut it out, tune it out. And then I can go back to the chaos after. And I think like I'm much calmer.
Yeah. So do you grow in a tent or is it more of a room?
I'm growing in a tent and a 5x5.
Nice.
5x5. Nice. And what light are you running?
Right now I'm running the Model 1 by Think Grow LED. And I've got two lights that are under the canopy, and they're ICL 300s.
Oh, some underlighting. Interesting.
Yeah, and this is my first run with them. And I've only had them for a few weeks now in the space. But I am noticing a significant difference. I need to see at the end to give like a full review, but so far I'm really enjoying them, and I feel it gives so much more light to the space. I ran the Model 1 last run, and I really, really liked them. My plants were really happy.
So do you just go ahead?
Go ahead, Bunny.
I was going to say, what is your style of growing? Do you do any topping, any training, or do you just let them do their own things?
So I top. Growing outside this year, I decided I just leave everything be and just see what happens. And so I haven't topped my outdoors, which is like really, really wild to me. But no, I top. I used to scrog them. Right now, I just use support nets. And I've been finding that works. I did not put a second net in time, and I'm going to have to do that later tonight when my lights turn on because all my plants are falling over. And I should have gotten that in quite some time ago. I didn't realize they do this top heavy. I opened it up this morning, and I was like, oh, that is dangerous. But I went out and got another net, so I'll get them up. But I did a lot of high stress training. I gave this space back to Shark, and I wasn't going to run indoors. I was just going to do my outdoor run. And then I don't know what happened, but anyways, I ended up taking it back. I flipped it a little later than I wanted to. I like to flip at around 3 weeks. I think
Okay.
these were around 4 to 5 weeks maybe when I took them over. And by the end of like week 1 of flower, I was already hitting the lights. So that was
Wow.
yeah. So I snapped a lot of them, and that ended up working in my favor. They all bent down, they all came back up. But then at the end of week 2, the same thing happened. So I had to go through and do that all over again.
Yeah.
I really wish that I had flipped them way earlier, and I don't think that they'd be all falling over right now. So this,
Yeah.
this run has been very, very interesting and complicated, but I'm going through it. I can't complain. They look pretty good. They're
So I
super
see
frosty.
the chats are like they are fascinated with legs and leg lights. So they want to talk a little bit more about. Oh yes, she
All right.
does, Tree. leg lights. Let's talk about that for just a minute, because that's not really something that is common. That's no,
Yes.
you know, the average grower doesn't usually have. Maybe can you explain what the benefits would be and why somebody might maybe want some undercarriage lighting?
So it basically like it I can't even tell you like how much more light it brings. I wish my lights were on right now and I could show you the difference. Hold on a second. Okay, maybe you can still like at least see where they're placed.
Okay.
Hopefully this will. I don't know if you can hold on.
Look at those.
Ooh,
Wow.
Do you see where the lights are?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so they're right here. They have one on each side. And it basically like it lights up the entire space. And
Nice.
basically all your like lowers that you have down here won't just be lowers. They'll actually produce.
Wow.
They'll get the same amount of light as the top buds.
Yeah. And I noticed like it's such a huge difference. It was pitch black, absolutely pitch black down there. And now
Yeah.
you can see everything. But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
those are huge. Those are trees.
But yeah,
yeah, look at that.
They're up to here. So this is we're on day
see them,
28
like-
right now. If you can see.
Wow.
Look at those bees.
And
Oh my
so they should be irrigated, except I had a leak in my irrigation. And then my husband broke his pump. So I gave him my pump. So I'm hand watering these. And they're in 1 gallon cocoa bucket company cubes.
Those are in
Nice.
1 gallons. Those monsters
Yeah.
are in 1 gallons.
Yeah. I am
that's
obsessed with
5
growing
by
in 1
5.
gallon pots. It's my favorite thing to grow in is a 1 gallon.
Really?
Is there a specific reason
however,
or?
I'm watering them right now. I'm feeding them 8 times a day,
Oh.
which is
Yeah.
excessive. But if they were being irrigated, that would be a dream right now. Unfortunately,
So
that's
you're
not the
in
condition.
there 8 times a day to take care of them?
So right now, there's like a few nights I'm not cutting it, and I'm getting 6 feeds in. But yeah, so I'll try to get in as many as I can at night, and then I wake up in the morning and get the rest in.
Wow.
Which is not
Wow.
on my proper schedule, but I'm trying the best I possibly can because it's 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. So like I do need to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is dedication. Oh
Very
my
much.
I grow big pots. I water once and I'm like, I'll see you in a week.
Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely.
They'll come in, lift the pots. All right, I'll see you next week.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That is exactly.
That's 10 gallons. 10 gallons and up. You can just get away with it. You know, it's so easy. I just find it so much easier.
Yeah.
Like 1 gallons. Oh my goodness. Like that's a good starter size. I usually go from solo cups maybe into a 1 gallon and then to a 10. Now, are you frozen, love? I think she's frozen.
I think
Either that
she
or-
is. Yeah,
fucking
no,
hilarious.
she's frozen.
I am fucking hilarious. Look at how funny I am. Oh my goodness. I'm like, okay, she's not really moving. I'm not sure what's going
Okay,
on.
now
There she
it's
is.
working.
There you go.
I don't know
She's
what happened.
back.
That's okay. There's something in the air tonight. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
she's
those
imitating Ganix.
It's those meteorites that are going over right now. So, if anybody doesn't realize, you're located in Canada, is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm in
And
Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah. So you guys were like super close when you went to that, went to the grow up.
Yeah, I'm about a 2-hour drive.
Nice. Nice. Right. All Canadian, all girls. Oh yeah.
That's right.
We should have coordinated our outfits a little bit better to like, or something. I don't know. Now you said you've been doing Instagram and whatnot for the last 5 years or so, and you've had a few
Yeah.
different accounts. Have you noticed any anything being, because you also have a husband who's also growing and on Instagram? Have you noticed any difference with the way the people treat you as opposed to the way they treat him, being a female in the industry or in the community?
Yes, a very significant difference. Mostly, a lot of people reach out firstly to me to get to him.
Oh,
So that's the first off. For the longest time, they thought that I was just his wife that went in and took pictures of the grow. And I wasn't gardening. And I guess that was kind of why I started doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Was a big reason, because I'd had enough. Like I was like,
Yeah.
just in here taking pictures. I'm not.
Yeah, you're doing the thing.
It's defeating. And
Yep.
I'm definitely not my husband. His knowledge, his expertise are out of this world. But
Yes.
like I have my own thing, and I've learned,
And you do amazing.
and I'm happy, and I love growing, and I'm very passionate about it.
Yeah.
I find it's hard as a female in the industry. I find that it's a completely different. I feel that I've gotten I've got such unbelievable support on Instagram. I've found amazing friends. I've not gotten like the hate per se that he gets.
Yes.
He gets unbelievable hate, and I don't get that. I don't get the trolls, so on and so forth.
I've had a couple of hates, but nothing like I'm like
Nothing like
you're a
that's
flea.
great. That's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the odd ones here and there.
Yeah. Where it's like insignificant to your life. It's like you don't affect me in any way. I'm sorry. Just bad energy.
Yeah.
You're out. I don't have time for this shit. This is my fun time.
I really don't. And I don't know how they do. They have all the time in the world.
Oh my God, yes.
See, I found, and actually I've had this conversation with Ganix before, I find that I get tested. Anybody who, is rude will approach me and like kind of test my knowledge and see if I can answer correctly. And if I do, then they'll follow me. And I'm like, no, you're out of here. Like, I'll answer your question, but if you're just testing me, no, I don't even want you as a follower. You're done.
Yeah.
You want a piece of me?
Like, I really don't have time for any of that negative anything. Like, this is my fun time being on Instagram, being on YouTube. This is my fun time. I get to hang out with the coolest people in the community. Like, this is amazing. I don't have time for your bullshit.
Yeah, there's no time for that.
Yeah,
Exactly. So Flower Foxx, how did that name come to be? Is it a name that you chosen and it was instantly, or is it something that you had to think about for a while before you were like, this is the name? Or
so I was back and forth a little while over it. Foxx was 100% in it. And I was just trying to figure out something with Foxx, and because I'm big on just having flour, I figured flour was fitting. And Foxx is after my brother. My brother passed away from brain cancer in 2020.
Oh.
And
So sweet.
a lot of what me growing, I guess I feel closer to him, but Foxx was after him. And the number 3 was his lucky number, so that as well. And that's why I used the 3 instead of the E in Flower Foxx.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You told it just like it was a tattoo.
Yes, exactly.
I know you're tatted. I know you're tatted. But you know,
I have my brother's name here.
Tattoo, and you've got like a story that goes behind it. I just love it. Like I literally just got chills, like hearing that.
I did
story.
too.
I'm like, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Now, do you have a tattoo to memorize your brother?
So I have his name, his writing, like his name and his writing on my arm.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And it's inside,
nice.
and then I have Flower Foxx.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And then roots, because I'm obsessed with roots. But everything has
big roots. What, big roots, big fruits? No, more roots, big fruits.
So speaking of roots, you went from a big city to the country. How was that change?
It was a big change. In the beginning, I went a little stir crazy. I went from working 5 to 6 days a week, taking my kids to school, moving out into the middle of the woods where my kids got on a bus. I never saw anyone. I would stay at home. It was a huge adjustment, but honestly, it was the best thing that we ever could have done was leaving the city. And I think it took some time for me to kind of get
Adjust.
used to it.
Yeah.
And I think like having my garden gave me like something to do as well. Like I needed.
Yes. Yeah. I'm also a city girl that moved to the country, and it is a big isolation change, and it's oh my goodness, Papa.
That's what happens when your husband runs the show.
He has, he takes these terrible pictures of me and he thinks they're hilarious. They're not. I don't think they're funny at all.
Just a little.
Oh my goodness. That was me pretending to be a pirate, by the way. That's there may or may not have been a few edibles included in that. Don't know.
Amanda's in that.
It's going to be
Now,
Papa after.
What is your favorite way to consume? Are you a blunt girl? Do you like your bong, a joint?
I love my bong. Just flower in my bong. I am happy as can be. I'll smoke a joint. Like if I leave, like if I have to go out, I like leave like because I went to the festival for 4 days. Joints.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my bong with me, but I brought joints with me. But if I'm home, definitely my bong.
Nice. Now, do you do any concentrates or edibles or anything in addition to or for fun?
I will take edibles to sleep. I've taken a few during the day, and it all depends on like how much I'm taking, but I just find they're like, for me personally, better for me like sleep at night. Yeah, take edibles. Yeah, but other than that, just flower during the day.
Now, do you make that yourself? Do you make the edibles yourself?
I personally don't. I have a bunch of oil. I should start making some. My neighbor does actually.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah. And they're really good. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
That's perfect. perfect. If you can just see, here's my trim, here's my larf.
Yeah.
You know,
and then he just makes me like a whole bunch, and then I keep them in the freezer, and then I have edibles forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
That's perfect.
Now
do you do topicals? Sorry, Benny.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I've tried some topicals, but not in quite some time. Like I had some samples given to me. I found they were.
Yeah.
That was
That's what happens when Mama goes on edibles. If Mama goes on edibles, then I get on my phone and I get in those apps, like those weird, like creative apps. And I'm like, oh, we have to make a Ganicorn. And so that was Mama's edible moment, and he was not happy about it. He's learned to embrace the Ganicorn now. He can embrace the Ganicorn, but at first he was not happy. Not happy about it. I'm like, what? It's what happens.
Now,
go ahead, Bunny.
You said that you grow outdoor as well as indoor. What would you say that you prefer?
I most definitely prefer indoor. I've been growing out. This is my 4th year growing outdoor, and we live basically like in covered in trees. So we get maybe like not even half a day of full sun. So trying to go outdoors is a gamble every year. Last year didn't work out so well. This year it seems to be going glorious. This is one of my best years I've had outdoor. But every single day I'm wondering, am I going to go outside? Are they still going to be there? Like we've had some crazy storms. I'm wondering what September is going to bring. Yeah. So I like to control my environment. I like to know what's going on. I much prefer indoor. But I like having like my outdoor space. It's like my little hideaway. Peaceful there. I love having it during this season.
You said you grow other vegetables as well. What's your other favorite vegetable to grow?
I love growing cherry tomatoes, actually. I eat tomatoes like they're going out of style, and I love making tomato sauces and tomato salad and tomato everything. I could live on tomatoes.
I think we all have tomato plants.
This is my first tomato plant that I've ever had success with. Right here, right out the window here, and it is, oh my goodness, blowing up. It was like it was on clearance. It was half dead. I got it for like $2 or something. Like they were just like throwing them. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Now it's exploding. I'm like,
that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I planted all these tomatoes from plants from seed, and then I got one on clearance. It was a midnight snack tomato, and I was like, "Oh, I'll try that." It is literally taken over my entire garden. It's much bigger than all of the other tomato plants I've tried to grow.
Oh, nice!
I'm so happy. So like that's amazing. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, those give life to those clearance plants. Like right now is the time.
It was half dead. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna make it, but I'm like,
she's only been in this thing. It's 2 weeks, and my husband. I made like an earth box, like bottom watering thing. I made it. He did the work. I put it together.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza.
But I'm like, I'm going to test it and just see before I start doing something like that indoors. And I'm like, oh, that's 2 weeks. This thing was like half dead. It was only this big. And now it's like taking over like my whole area. I'm like, okay, it's a success. It's
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cherry tomatoes are so fun. I'm so excited because I saw my first tomato the other day. So I was like, yes.
I've actually already harvested a couple tomatoes off of mine. So that was pretty cool. I'm doing my first cucumber this year, and it's like taller. It's halfway up my window. I didn't even think they could climb more or less that high. So it's definitely. And I got It's about this big. They're starting, but they're still tiny.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting. I just love gardening.
Now, Nicole, do you naturally have a green thumb, or is this something that you had to learn and work at?
So I used to work at a garden center quite some time ago, and my family is big into gardening, so I kind of grew up in it, but I steered away from it for a while. Me and houseplants was never my thing. I guess I overloved them.
That's my problem.
I was always great outside, and I was always like, I'd make urns and stuff. I'd go outside, and my garden would always be happy outside. But me and houseplants were never like. So I think that was what scared me originally, and why I let Shark grow for so long without me starting. Is because I killed every houseplant I'd ever brought in the house. So I was like, I'm not. But I realized it's different.
I was the same way. I kill cactus. I'm like, okay, I'll get a cactus. Like, I don't have a green thumb. It's just not naturally in me.
That's the fact, Jack.
So yeah, when I learned to grow, I had to learn how to grow, like how to germinate a seed, how to, what do I do with the seedling? And the seedling stage, that's the one that scares me the most. What's the stage that you get the most nervous at?
So I'm great with the seedling stage. I would always overwater in the first week to two.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest issue. And I caused such chaos over and over and over again. And I've finally gotten to a rhythm, where I busy myself with other things. I'll even start myself microgreens during that time. So I'm more focused on those. And it's the very beginning. Once I get out of that and I'm getting to week 2, 3 of veg, and I'm upping their feeding, I feel great and I'm fine. But in that very beginning stage, I overwhelm them. I don't know how to step back.
Yeah.
Just
Now you mentioned Pest earlier. Do you have a pest management that you go to, or?
So I'm neurotic first about just keeping my space as clean as possible.
Yes.
And I believe everything. But he uses Athena IPM, and so we use that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you put that in a fogger and just fog the tent? Okay. Nice.
And so I do that. But I'm constantly cleaning. I'm constantly checking things. Other than the fact that we have probably 3 trillion spiders.
So I seen that in your stories, and oh my goodness.
So we've always had spiders. We live close to water. There's dock spiders. There's wolf spiders. You get used to them. We think non spiders okay. It's gonna kill everything else that's around. And I guess he didn't realize in the veg tent that there were baby spiders. But they vacated that veg tent that evening.
Oh my goodness.
And as to where they went, we have no idea. They were gone. He went to go spray them out, and they were gone.
And that was a lot.
There was a lot of stuff. It was so bad that I ran upstairs. I was my plants don't need to be fed tonight. I'm I'll just stay up here. They'll be good. Things will be good.
I can handle a spider, but
what nightmares are made of. You don't expect that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was white.
I'm just getting the heebie-jeebies. Oh my goodness.
So I asked her, I said, did he put that there? She's like, no.
I thought he had actually done that purposely. I'm no. I was surprised though, but no.
Oh, gross.
I bring ladybugs inside. I'd love to have lots of ladybugs. Yeah. I'm down for that. We can have ladybugs everywhere.
Yeah.
I saw a tip years ago on YouTube somewhere. Somebody keeps those little those little ketchup cups from the takeout, little ketchup or whatever. He washes them out and he keeps them in his pocket. So if he's out in his garden and he sees a ladybug, he could just quickly catch it in one of those
and put it in there.
Little things, and then he lets it go in his tent. So it's a little reuse. You can reuse those little plastic things. So there you go.
Yeah, because I'm always grabbing them. I've brought like 3 or 4 in here in the last week. I'm like, stay in my hand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just like those little tiny cups that you get the ketchup with the lid on it, and it's just the perfect. You can just quickly catch it, put it in your pocket, keep a few of those in there in case you find a few, and off you go.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
So that's your mama-ism for the day.
All right.
I'm always trying to find different ways to reuse things, and I saw that tip, and I thought that was adorable. I loved it because you just catch a little just let them.
And I'm not hurting it. I'm trying to bring it inside.
I don't like to touch things like bugs and worms and stuff like that. So I do have a worm farm myself, but I never touch them. I have to have gloves. I can see that. Yeah. I don't do the worm thing. Even though I love my worms and I love what they do for my garden, I still can't touch them.
So have you always used cocoa?
I started growing in cocoa and I ducked through it. I switched to rock wool and I actually enjoyed that. I found they grew much faster, but I don't know. I went back to cocoa. I like to stick to like what
you know. Yeah, I'm the same.
Do you use
I have more control in cocoa.
Yeah. Is it Canna cocoa you use?
I was using Canna cocoa for quite some time, and now I'm using the Bucket Company. They're cocoa cubes. They're easy breezy cocoa refills.
Oh,
so
nice.
I just soak them and they're ready to go, which is nice and simple.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, so I love being able to simplify things in the garden. I hate overcomplicating things.
Oh, I'm exactly the same way. Make things nice and easy.
Keep it simple, for sure.
Get yourself into a routine, with what you're comfortable with. I play. I mean, we're on Instagram. I play with things. I try different things, but my main grow is very, okay, this is what I'm using, and this is when I feed, but I'm using Gaia Green. So it's once every 3 weeks. And like I said earlier with the big pots, it's like sometimes I don't even touch them for a week. I can keep that tent zipped up because I've got cameras inside. So I can spy on them.
Yep. So now, being a mother who grows, do you find that it's something you have to hide, or is it something like, was your family accepting, or?
So my family was very accepting. My family's been super supportive. With my close friends, they've been super supportive, but with certain people, they frown down upon it drastically. And
so you still keep it a secret?
I guess I don't vocalize it as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'm not as comfortable talking about it as much. I also like with having like my kids at school, like when I go and I volunteer, and I do a lot of volunteering at the school and whatnot. And it depends on like which parents I'm talking to. My fear is that they'll judge my child because of it. And that I don't. The absolute last thing I want is my kids to be judged because of it. And it's absolutely stupid. It's really stupid.
I totally understand that.
Go ahead. Make my day.
But when it
But
comes
part
to
of
your
me, like,
kids,
part of me worries.
right? Like
Of
it's like those
course.
are my babies. Like you
Yep.
don't judge, like I can just like I actually stopped using cannabis while I had my babies. Like when babies until they were adults by the time I started smoking again. So I didn't have that,
Yeah.
that
That
interaction.
worry. Yeah.
Now they're like, hey mom, got a nug? Like, it's like,
Yeah, it's completely different. But like,
yeah,
I shouldn't
have
I shouldn't have to worry, and I shouldn't have to like.
but it's
You
true
know,
though.
that.
If your instincts are like, hey, the Karens in the group, because we
Yep.
all know those moms, they all decide they're all play. It's just like high school. It's the exact same
Yep.
thing, except you have children. Those moms, might be going like this, but then, once, if you can educate them, then maybe they'll be like, maybe I will have a joint and maybe I'll cool my ass out and be a little nicer to people, right?
Yeah, it would calm them down drastically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly what's needed. Like alcohol is so acceptable, and if alcohol can be so acceptable,
Yeah.
Why can't?
cannabis should be as well. And especially
Yep.
with like I have like personal experiences with very negative effects of alcohol, and there is a huge difference to me personally between cannabis and alcohol use as a parent.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I feel, but it's
Yep.
sad that the stereotypes and everybody sees it differently.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think that's part of our job, to make it just part of the conversation and just make it a thing, like just, I'll go to a family reunion right now and I'll just walk around with a joint in my hand. It's legal. Are you going to tell me no?
Yeah.
Of age. Like, like they're not going to, like, I would be respectful. I mean,
Of course. Yeah.
I'm a big talker. I don't, I would be hiding in the corner, but then if they caught me, I'd be like, yeah, well, so what? Right. What do you do? Right. So, it's just that education, just realizing that, hey, this is not, the devil's lettuce that we all thought it was and was told. Like, there's medicinal benefits to this plant.
Well,
big time.
I'll talk to people who had absolutely no idea that I grow cannabis or I use cannabis or any of that. And when I explain to them, I'm like, I have been for the last, since I was like 15 years old, I'm 42 now. I'm like, you've never seen me not. And so they get a different perspective because they're like, oh, wow. Oh, that was the case. I'm like, yep. That
Conversation, right? Like, you can have a conversation. You can interact. You're not just like, don't get me wrong. Those nights are wonderful.
Calms my anxiety. Like I'm not anxious. I'm focused. I get my stuff done.
Exactly.
Are you a smoker all day? Like, do you wake up and have like?
I wake up and it's
coffee
it's coffee. It's coffee in a bowl first thing.
Yeah.
The first thing I do in the morning. The last thing I do before I go to bed.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Oh my.
But I will say, like, I did, so working at the festival all weekend, I noticed such a huge difference. Like, my appetite was gone because I didn't have it. I couldn't sleep as well. Like, I noticed a significant difference. I came home and I smoked a few bowls and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Like, I want to eat. Yeah. And like, it had been days since like I was actually like, I want to eat something. And I was just like, wow. Like, it really does help me, and it helps me sleep so much better.
Oh, I couldn't sleep without it.
Oh God, me either.
I was working crazy hours and I was tired and I couldn't fall asleep. I just could not fall asleep.
That was exactly what Yep, that's exactly what happened to me. And then I hid it from my children. I was like the weirdo mom that was like smoking a joint in the back, and they had no idea because apparently I was, sneaky, but they knew. They totally knew. But they were going around the other side of the house. Oh, mom's ripping one up there. I'll go over here. We didn't want to disturb her. Now we all rip together. It's wonderful. It's a family bonding experience. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
But we are at the last hour. The hour flew by. If you wanted to let the people in the chat know where they could find you again.
Yes, so I'm on Instagram as Flower Foxx, and that's FLOW3RFOXX on Instagram.
Nice.
Thank you so
And
much for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Is there anything new or exciting that we have on deck for your page here? Do we have any top secret information you can drop for us tonight?
So I'm starting to take more cuts, and we're gonna be focusing more on cuts and doing a little bit more of that. But I don't know.
Oh, that's exciting. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So fun. And you are more than welcome to come join us. You and Shark are more than welcome to join us on Friday nights. We do our Grow Me Gardens where you can come in and show off your grow for a few minutes. And
the light just came on.
The light just came on.
Oh, see, it's the Grow Me Gardens. It's like,
There you can see. I don't know why I found it that way.
oh, look at the colors. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, I'm so happy we got to see that.
That is the best way to end the show. Yeah.
Killer. Yes, you have an open invitation to come and join us on a Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. And you can come show your grow, come hang out with us, chit chat. Shark's more than welcome to join us as well. But if you want to keep him on the download, that's okay.
No, I'll bring him. We'd love to join you on a Friday night.
Oh, we would love that. He's welcome too, but we just want you.
All right. Happy growing, love. Thank you.
So much.
Oh, that was so much fun.
I can't believe that hour just flew right by. I was like, we touched on so many subjects, and I'm like, but I had a question from forever ago. I want to go back there again, like that underlighting. Oh my goodness.
And I just love hearing the opinion of another woman in the cannabis. Like, we know each other's opinions, but we don't really get to hear too often from other females. So I think that was really awesome to have the three of us.
But also, we do have different lifestyles. You've got young kids. I don't have young kids. So
exactly.
We have different positions even. So it's kind of nice to have like a three-way. And that Ganix, oh my goodness,
he missed out.
My internet. We'll blame it on the internet, Ganix. We'll blame it on the internet.
Yeah.
Leg lights. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. We'll see you on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Grow Me Gardens. I want to
Friday.
See some big lights or like some good. You don't have to show the lights. You can. Happy growing.
Smoking in the morning, smoking in the evening, smoking when I want to, smoking at the beach. Now I'm from California, we grow it every season. Our plants we need to feed them, we grow it for a reason, because we love our homegrown. We grow our vibe, we're in our garden, tending to our crowd. We love our homegrown. We love our vibe. When I got done smoking all the ground, that we have to grow more.